59 million sterling pound, the fees or the money which was spent for the move from Eintracht Frankfurt to Man City. Omar Marmoush, who proved to be the new king of the EPL, at least for the time being, after this wonderful hat-trick which took place only 2 days ago with Man City. To know more about what was going on and if this was expected, and also the comments which were said whether by Pep Guardiola or the teammates of Omar Marmoush, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Captain Mohamed Abou, our sports analyst. Thank you very much for being with us, sir, and a very good morning.
Good morning to you, and thank you for this moment.
Thank you, sir.
To be with you.
Let's go immediately to the 3 goals. The fourth fastest hat-trick with Man City. I think it was after Sergio Aguero, who netted 3 goals in 2015, and it was just in 9 minutes. In your opinion, which goal is your favorite? I mean, because when Marmoush was asked, he said the third. He said, I'm sorry, the first, with this lob. About you?
Yeah, I totally agree with him, because the first goal is the goal that gives you all the emotions that you're waiting for before going to this club. You know, for a player like Omar Marmoush, it was his dream to go to the English Premier League, and especially to join a big club like Manchester City, coached by a big name like Pep Guardiola, and then you play within or among big names, big stars of the history of football, like Haaland, like the other players of Manchester City. You have at least 9 international players, big money, big history with the club, of course. And to have a place within the 11 lineups, it's not that easy. And that's why scoring the first goal is my favorite.
I want to mention something, and would you please correct me if I'm wrong. The most important thing which took place with Marmoush is the ability to harmonize with the names you mentioned, with the big names. I mean, I think now he is that much in contact, even an eye contact with Gundogan, for example, just to split the players away, and I'm going to move on. An assist from the goalkeeper, Anderson, who said that it's easy for me to assist a player like Marmoush because he has an eye, and he has this smart way of knowing well where the long shot is going to end in front of the goal. Tell me about that.
Yeah, of course. If I don't have this ability to score or to harmonize, I will not join this club. I mean, that's why taking the confidence of the other players, because if I'm not a good player, they will not give me the ball. I mean, after all, that's why, as you mentioned, of course, it's a very important point. Having this harmony with the other players, it's not that easy. But I already had their confidence on me. That's why they are giving me the ball. Otherwise, they will not do it. Otherwise, they will not do it. And a personality like Omar Marmoush, he's a very well-educated person, and he's a very well-experienced international player. He had at least 40 or 50 caps with the national team. He already had this experience to make this harmony with the other players. And after all, he has the language, of course. The most important thing, to contact with the other players, to have a dialogue within the eyes and with the tongue, of course. That's why I do believe that Omar Marmoush, he deserved to have this confidence of the player, and he will continue to move on.
Inshallah. Even the way Haaland reacted after Marmoush's hat-trick is showing that they built a kind of a relation, a kind of friendship in a very short period of time. As you've kindly mentioned, this is the way Marmoush proved that he is a pro. Despite the fact that so many people are going to say that now he is moving to a different school, a different league. I mean, he spent much or even most of his time in the Bundesliga with the Germans. To move to the English Premier League, this was a change. But he harmonized that easy with the English school in general. True?
Of course, but it's not the same intensity. I mean, it's not the same thing. The intensity in the English Premier League is much higher than the German league, of course. But both of them, they are very professional leagues, of course.
Sure.
But but spending many years, many seasons in the German league, that helped him a lot. Of course, to be adapted to the English Premier League and to the way of playing of Manchester City. But let me tell you something. Having a place within the 11 lineups with Pep Guardiola, that means that Pep, he already trusted and chose me before I went there. That's why I had to prove this confidence on me, and that's what exactly Omar Marmoush was doing during the last matches, especially, of course, the last match, and it helped him a lot to score many goals within 12 or 13 minutes. That's why I do believe that Omar Marmoush will continue that way, and if Pep Guardiola will continue the next season, I think Omar Marmoush will be one of the icons of this club.
Inshallah.
Of course.
And despite the fact that Pep Guardiola does not talk that much, and I mean, he all the time has his plans in mind more than anything else. I mean, I do not take much statements from Guardiola in his media reports or even press conferences. But let's go to the coming encounter against Real Madrid, because I think that this is going to be a crucial encounter and something which is going to decide how Pep Guardiola is going to continue with Man City and how Pep Guardiola is reading now the game after this 3-2 defeat in front of Los Blancos. Your expectations?
Yeah, of course. Before I answer this question, I mean, I will tell you something about Pep Guardiola and the press conference. He's not that kind of coaches that give a lot of praises for the players. He's not that coaches who give a lot of credits for the players. He always talk about the club or the harmony of the club itself, the players themselves as a team. That's why he was not talking, or he didn't talk a lot about the Omar Marmoush or the potential of Omar Marmoush as something that I do like with the personality of Pep Guardiola. Otherwise, for the next team, it's not that easy to compete against Real Madrid. That's why I think that after the level of Manchester City this year, losing a lot of points during the Champions League, European Champions League, or the English Premier League, it's not the same team that existed the last 3 or 4 or maybe 5 seasons with Pep Guardiola. That's why it's not that easy to win this match, but I do hope that he will continue and he will qualify for the next step. And I do believe in Pep Guardiola, even with the lack of confidence that the players already had during this season, Nermin.
Yeah. In one word, describe the competition between Foden and Marmoush.
Marmoush, by my heart, of course.
I have 30 seconds. Would you please give a piece of advice to all those people who are unfortunately continuing to compare between Marmoush and Mo Salah?
No, it's not. It's not a good thing, because Salah, we're talking about a history of a player, a career of at least 8 or 7 years. It's not the same thing. It's not the same example, of course.
And we hope that both are going to continue shining in the EPL, and we are going to have more professionals shining in all European Premier Leagues. Well, Captain Mohamed Abou Samra, our sports analyst, thank you very much for your input and have a very good day. Congratulations, Marmoush. Please continue on the right track. And of course, congratulations, Mo, for all the records you are breaking. Yesterday, it was the goal number 28 for Mo this season. And inshallah, he's going to continue with the same streak. And Marmoush and Salah are going to compete for the top scorer of the EPL or the English Premier League, inshallah. Well, by this, we come to the end of our episode. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. Many thanks for watching. This was Nermin Abdurrahman.